Buenos dias. Welcome to Travels with Sheila. Today you're going to learn everything you ever wanted to know about olives and olive oil, or perhaps everything you didn't want to know about olives and olive oil. 4,000 years ago, the Egyptians were using it strictly as a cosmetic for their skin to make their skin nice and soft. Then along came the Romans and Greeks who had an aha moment. Ooh, let's cook with it. And that's when olive oil production really began. In this particular area of Spain, they have over 60 million olive trees that are harvested between October and March.
Well, here we are with on the fields. As I told you, these trees are old trees. They may have about 500 years old, more or less. Okay.
This one is
As I told you, we're going to find different shapes on the trees because it's going to depend on how they harvest the trees.
Because I walked away to video, I'm going to ask you to tell you about the... In the beginning, they had hundreds of people. They would have maybe 20 men around a tree. Some would shake them, and then the olives would fall, and then they would collect them. Okay. Then they would put up eventually like these plastic sheets on the bottom, which would be easier to collect them. With progress, they had a machine that comes with like a big arm and shakes the tree. Shake that tree. And then went from 20 minutes a tree to 6 minutes a tree. And then they have some machines for not the trees that are split like this, the older trees. Some grows are doing single trunk trees, and there's a machine, takes 6 seconds for each tree that shakes it and collects it. There's an umbrella and puts it back in the tractor. Amazing.
Yeah. The problem is that they need plain soils. They need flat terrains.
Can you hear the hum of the motor behind me? They use a drip irrigation system to water the olive trees once a week for 24 hours. Look at how old this tree is.
When we talk about the healthy properties of the olive oil, the antioxidants and those things, the Picual is the one with the highest rates.
The olive production from all of the Picual trees are used strictly for olive oil. They're too bitter for table use. There are over 500 varieties of olives. With the new technology, they can basically make olive oil from any species.
These were the machines who were in use while this factory was working. These machines have been working till the 1996, almost 20 years ago. As I told you, about 30 years ago, we began to use the new technologies. So in the middle of these rooms were similar machines to the ones we're going to see a little bit later, but they were in the middle of this room. Right. It's normal. It's normal. So we decided to explain to the people and open the door so they can see how we're producing the olive oil and how to know the real things about the market of the olive oil and to know the different qualities. So we used to have models, mills like these ones. These stones are more or less of this diameter and this high. And here they used to put the olives, and these stones were going to crush all those olives. It's going to crush the pit, the skin, the flesh, everything. And then with buckets like these ones, we're going to move that mass. We're going to take it and put it over these filters. This filter is called capacho. It's a natural filter. It's made of a natural fiber called sparto grass, which it was very popular in here. As you can see on that wall, it was used for making carpets, bags, shoes, curtains. Almost anything you may imagine was done with the sparto. Obviously, the temperature is going to affect the taste and the smell.
Let's remove one by one.
And here, between the filters, we're going to find small pieces of the fruits, small pieces of the pit, and everything, and we have to brush them. And as you may imagine, this is very difficult to be clean. We're going to find pieces of fruits between the fibers and everything, so they're going to stay there. And the next olive oil is going to absorb the taste and the smell of those elements which are now with the oxidation, decomposition is going to affect the quality, obviously. Okay? We're going to find the olive oil and also water, because the fruit also contains water. That liquid was moved to other room where we were going to find several decantation pools, where the olive oil is going to be separated from the water just by the difference of density.
That's why first press olive oil was best, because the first one went through without any other little pieces or sediment in it. That's why you want extra virgin olive oil. When you do a wine tasting, the glasses are blue so you don't see the color, because the color doesn't matter.
For the blue one, we've used the black olives when they are perfectly ripe. So even when it's the same fruit, we're going to find different smells and tastes. Natural tomato.
Smell it.
It will remember you a little.
It does smell like tomato. Which color is this one? The green?
This is the green.
The green?
It smells fruity.
I guess my sense of smell isn't great because the green still smells tomatoey. This is the mixture one, the biggest mixture. That's the mildest one. Actually, I like the most tomatoey one was the...
I like the green one better.
The black one. The colors do not mean anything, but I still want a video. That one looks like the darkest to me.
Yep.
That one is more peppery.
And it's good.
I like a peppery.
I like the green.
You like the green? Is that the one you're on right now, the green one? Well, you like the green smell from the beginning, too. The green is one of the 100 best in the world, but these olive oils are not for cooking. He said it would be like using a fine glass of wine to just baste chicken with or something like that. These are strictly to use by itself. And this is where the olives come to be processed, and they must be processed within 24 hours and classified. For safety reasons, we can't go into the bottling area, but what they do is after it's processed, it is held until they need it, and then they bottle it. And that's all you need to know about olive oil.
Here's what you find usually in the States.
Matcha. All it is olive oil, and portions are 1 tablespoon honey, 7 of olive oil. You stir with rosemary, and it's very yummy.
Very good.
Lunch is also included. Typical ham and everything, and a tuna sandwich. And this is a typical soup, similar to gazpacho, tomatoey with ham and olive oil. This is the latest piece of technology that does it all for them. I think it's more than €500,000 just for this one machine. This is a completely family business, and that's the father who began it. Don't forget to visit travelswithsheila.com for all the details, more about whatever videos you're watching. Like, subscribe, and put a comment on. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have and do my best. Olive trees can live for well over 1,000 years and continue producing.